Test. Ah, that's better. That's better. No, that doesn't make sense. Why would it be doing that? Default. Oh, I set it back to default. Oh, that's weird. Why? Mic aux. It should be using this one down here, but it's using that one up there. That's weird. Hold on, let me do some investigation. I already have pings. Okay. Sound settings. Microphone. Choose your... Manage sound devices. Microphone. No, that's not it. This... I just plugged it... I plugged my regular mic back in just now. I don't know. 2 apps are using your microphone. Well, that's not important. What where'd OBS go? That's saying it's recording. Duh. Audio. Disabled default. Well, that shouldn't be the default anyway. Why is that not working? That's a little weird. Because... yeah, no, that's not right. Alright, hold on. We're doing troubleshooting here. Microphone. How do I inform it that I plugged something into the front? Because that's what I did. Not the USB audio device. I'm plugging it into the audio jack in the front of the computer. Usually when I do that, it comes up with something that says, like, hey, you plugged something into the front of the computer. It's weird that it's not doing that now. If I plug something else in. I grab this. Hang that over. Plug this in instead. Nothing is coming up still. Well, you guys can hear me, so that's good, but it's not using the correct microphone. So that's a little weird. I don't know. Let's see. Let me go into here. Recording. Stereo mix. No. General USB audio device. No jack information available. Properties. Line in stereo mix. What is this? What if I enable this? Why is it disabled? Alright, well, it's back. Not it. Disable. It is plugged in, though. That's really weird that it's showing as not. Or would it be this one? Audio control panel. Let's try this. Recording experience. Please attach audio device. What? Recording devices. Microphone. It is just not recognizing the front panel jack anymore all of a sudden. Oh, now it says I just unplugged something. So that's really weird that it can recognize that I unplugged something. I recognize that I plugged it in. What device did I plug in? Line in? Switched it back to that. I switched it back to the thing that it definitely isn't. Whoa. Plugged it back in. Drop my thing on the floor. Maybe I'm just being picky at this point. Microphone. Microphone. Ah, they both seem to be working now. That's better. So we're going to set this as a default device overall. And now it's a stereo channel again, so that's cool. Okay, so if I get rid of this, if I close this out, will it just break everything? Test, test. No. Okay, cool. All right, we're back in business. Okay, that only took how long? All right. Let's just use the phone. Yeah, I'm going to be holding this stupid thing up to my ear for the whole episode, for the next 3 hours. Alright, anyway, we're here, we're doing this. Hey Sherry, hey Mopac, hey East. I hope everyone's having a better day than that. I actually have a great story I wanted to start out with, which begins with me in the bathroom, as all good stories do. Well, as, you know, we all have to use the bathroom. It's not a weird thing to say I was using the bathroom. Except for Kim Jong-un, who is a perfect human being and produces no waste. He doesn't have to use the bathroom. But I was. And I have the fan going out of courtesy, and also because I have no choice, because it's just it's tied into the light switch. It's one of those. If anybody else hates those, trust me, so do I. So Gloria is trying to make cheesecake. Apparently there's like a national order of like don't make cheesecake, which is the funniest thing I've ever heard. But because there's a cream cheese shortage, which, yeah, there is. If you walk into my supermarket, there sure is. But she's making cheesecake anyway. So anyway, she's making cheesecake. I'm in the bathroom doing the do, and I hear her yelling my name. I'm not going to try to imitate it, but, you know, picture far off yelling of the name Ellis. That's my name, if you didn't know that. And I didn't know if I had heard it at first, so I just sort of ignored it, and then she yells it louder, and I go, what? Because I'm just sitting on the toilet, you know? And she's like, help. Or I hear help. I can't hear very well over the fan, but I do definitely hear her say help. So I'm like, okay, alright, I'll be right there. Jump up. Well, you know, I wipe first. That was a very hasty one. I jump up, walk out of the room, and she starts, I'm like, what do you need? Are you okay? She's like, so it calls for 3/4 cup of sugar. And I'm like, seriously? Because I thought there was some sort of emergency. Now, what I didn't hear was her saying, I need math help. Yes! When the toll brain is sus. Uh, someone say, uh, yeah, this 3/4 cup of, God damn. She's like, oh, I didn't mean to freak you out. I just needed math help. I'm like, bruh. And so then I gave her some math help, and then I came over here to do this. Then my microphone didn't work because nothing in my life goes well. Well, except for having her in my life, but you know. CNJ 148. That sounds like a locomotive versus to me. Oh wait a minute, that's because they threw it on the Blue Comet once, didn't they? What was CNJ 148? Like the actual CNJ 148? That I need to know. Right, I need some gravel. So, yeah, that was my opening story. That's one of the first times that I've sat down and gone, okay, I gotta tell this story like right away. Um, Thank you, Matt. I just need now. I need to know if the actual CNJ 148 would or would not dunk on FEC 148. All right. I have gorillas stuck in my head. I was listening to them before this started, and I found out that uh, yes, I will be back in just a moment. Have ideas for this. I'll be right back. Alright, what am I missing in this little plot of land? Well, probably some tractors, right? Let's see. Tractor. Tractor. Yeah, there we go. And, I mean, Matt should be able to provide some good, like, what kind of junk would you find here on a farm? I'm sure there's plenty. I also need to grab some lighter grass to use. Stuff like this. Just for the edges here. It's areas like these that I really do like to take my time with. Anyway, I got good news, which is that I didn't wait to order food, and I already ate. So piles of stuff and broken vehicles and tractors and farm equipment. Yeah, that's what I was figuring. Just like junk, you know. I want some dirt to put under this. Piles of gravel. Yeah. Oh, it's dirt. It's just called dirt too. This is an old texture, I think, like a really old texture. Let's see. Pile of. I'll just put. Oh no, that's too big of wood. Too much wood. Pile of dirt. Dirt too far. Bollard. Let's just put a bollard. Having a little airstrip somewhere wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know where exactly. Yeah, firewood. I'll just put this giant stack of firewood outside the house. No. Too much. Well, I tried with that. Pawnbroker. Fishing boat. Yeah, let's put a fishing boat. Just. How about a flamingo? Is this like a living one or like a yard flamingo? I think it's supposed to be a live flamingo. I'm gonna put some lavender back here though. There you go. That does it. Footbridge. Football pitch. Oh, and there's a fountain. Just in a different language. Fountain. I'm just looking at these. What is this? I'll just put this back behind the road. Back by the road. Yes?
It's filled to the brim.
Is that not what it's supposed to be?
I mean,
I don't think cheesecake rises.
hope not. Alright.
5-0? Anyway, let's move these a little bit. And I'm going to call Elvira Valley Grain done. Well, we need to make the industry for it, but it's done. We'll come back here a little later in the show. So there's this cut, and then it comes through here. Oh, I need some railroad crossing. Oh, I need crossing boards. Crossing boards. Crossing check rail. Oh, that's cool. Crossover. Oh. Oh, that's nice, also. Uh-huh. These are actually really nice. The only issue is they don't, like, you know, they don't line up.
Also, I can't move that one. This is concerning. Why can't I move them? Well, I guess I'm not using that. Let's see. JR rubber grade crossing. No, I want the wooden one. Yeah, because these I can just string together like that. Well, this track is a little bit floating. Just happen to notice that one. That's better. And I need a railroad crossing sign. Crossbuck. Yeah, there we go. Rail crossing road. There we go. We get another one of these quaint little railroad crossings in the middle of nowhere. You gotta love those. So this line is done all the way to basically the bridge. So this is effectively done. We don't need to come back up here at all. The VMR is done. We're not going to be doing the VMR on this side of the river because I don't know what this entails exactly. So that means we just need to fill in these areas here. Okay. Ow, my jaw. Okay. So what are we going to do with this area? Well, I said I was going to build a farm here. And in fact, I can probably get used to doing some farm stuff in that area. Okay, I wanted to use these for this area. Oh, I forgot to leave the turn off. Which, yeah, okay. This area is probably going to be empty. Although, I should put something here, like this area, I mean, it doesn't really make sense that it's that empty. But it could just be fallow land. Yeah, no, I need to do a Graham's Farm Memorial, etc., etc. But that's further down. That's over there. All right, let's see if I can get a road through here. That would be good. No matter what I'm doing, at least I'm making headway, you know? That's the mentality I've got to have. I can't hesitate. I need to be making headway. I will fill this grass area in again later. Oh, you know what? That one could have stayed. So, there we go. So I have a new goodie for myself. It's currently sitting in the back of the wagon. Some people have already heard about it because I spent a lot of money on it, and I should not have. But, you know, such is life. I bought a wood stove for my porch. The porch, everyone knows the porch. At least everyone that's been here. Because it's been a wreck for a long while. And now it's less of a wreck. It was made a lot better when I took down the walls and the ceiling and ripped up the floor. It's an improvement, really. But come on. Oh, right. Hold control, not shift. I need to adjust this some more. It's a lot of spline points on a really short section of road. But yeah, in renovating the porch, I decided that we needed a wood stove. I went out and bought said wood stove. Um, it was a real chunk of change. I'm probably not going to be spending too much money on the cars right, right soon because of that expenditure. But sorry, he's yelling at the dog. Uh, because he is an adolescent dog and he's finding his way in the world, you might say. Oh boy. Okay. Nope. Okay. I need the gravel road. In fact, I think I'm going to cut that right there. I'm going to run this gravel road in this direction. And I'm not combining these right now. At some point I should come through and make sure that all of the roads connect with invisible roads and stuff like that. But for now, I'm just going to throw down some buildings down here. Just a little section of town. You and you. And I wanted to put a little shipbuilding thing here, and I had, I believe, another building that I wanted to put over here, but now I've forgotten what it is, so let's find shipyard tugboat, ship dry dock 2. Let's try dock. Nope. Oh, I get what the windlass is now. That took me a minute, but I get it. I think I might actually build like a quay here. That might make sense. Especially because I've found that stuff. So I might as well make use of it, you know? Oh, that went down too fast. At some point it'll snap and it'll show me the dark or the deep spaces. Let's try. I might have to use 100-meter pieces. These 200-meter pieces are too long. Well, correction, I'll have to use 50-meter because we don't have 100-meter. I also want to lower these so that they're flush with the ground, more or less. I'm concerned that the technical difficulties at the beginning of the show led to, you know, led to some people not coming that otherwise would have come. There are probably people still wondering, like, oh, I wonder if you got that mic situation sorted out. I did, eventually. I don't know what I had to do to make it happen, exactly, but I did. Okay. Turn that radius down. We need a much sharper drop-off here. And sensitivity up. Let's get the plateau tool in here. More sensitivity. Because I want to flatten this area out. I want to give us a nice sharp drop-off there to build these key pieces. Oh, excuse me. That smells... That tastes like dinner. Gross. Okay. And let's fit in another piece. I might even want to put in a windlass, just because. I'm realizing something, which is that, one, these pieces aren't perfectly square, which is a weird thing to happen for a 3D model. Understandable if it's my house, but less understandable with this. And two, they might not have been the exact same rotation. I just sort of took that for granted. Or if you look at these, you could say you take it for granted. But yeah, clearly the 50s aren't supposed to go next to one another. It's supposed to be like 50, 30, 50, 30 maybe. I have not played 2022 yet. I haven't even figured out how to get it. It's one of those things. I'll get to it when I get to it. You'll hear about it as soon as I do. Okay. Dock in corner, or key in corner. Like that. But not really useful. I wanted to go around the corner with this, but I don't think that's feasible. Oh, that's how you do it. This is where I guess you load lumber on barges. I originally was going to do a little shipbuilding place, but... Actually, wait a minute. I know where I have the shipbuilding place. I'm going to have to do something interesting with this so that... Yeah. Nope, never mind. Can't do that. Let's see, I need to raise it a little bit more so it's in line with the key. That docks some points for me. Couplers at the wrong height. I would... Man... What does the dollar store do when inflation is high? Well, they become the $1.25 store. If the dollar store around me is anything to go by, now everything's $1.25. Can't hold on to that forever. It always seemed like a crazy concept to me that you know, I mean, it makes sense in the short run that you'd build yourself a business model around, oh, you know, everything's $1 or everything's 10 cents or whatever. And then, time goes on, and that doesn't make any sense anymore. Or dollars. Point is, yeah, you just gotta change, you gotta update, and then like, you gotta become Five Below or whatever. You know, the discount stores have all, you know, the next era of discount stores is already happening. Like the Family Dollars and Five Belows instead of the Dollar Tree and you know, stuff like that. Even Dollar General. It's not. There's no guarantee of going in there and getting something for $1. It's not. You know, that's not how it works. Um, if we had that much deflation, that would be a. I mean, I know you're making a joke. It's pretty funny, but if we had that much deflation, it'd be an economic disaster. Uh, you know, you think things are troublesome now. Just wait. Okay. Let's see. That I like. Oh, there's some texts. Oh, my neck. My neck just doesn't pop like some people's. By some people, I mean Gloria. She can snap, crackle, pop her neck like nobody's business, and it makes me intensely jealous because I'm always in neck pain. Last night, all I wanted to do was play Halo, and part of the reason I really wanted to do that is because it's the one game that I can play. Dollar Trees will continue to pop up. The one game that I can play on the couch. It's the one game that I play right now that I play on the Xbox. So I could sit on the couch and play it. Because I couldn't sit here anymore. I dreaded the idea of sitting in this chair. Oh, a bonded warehouse. If you guys know the movie Vault, you know what this is. Should I get rid of these little buildings in favor of the big bonded warehouse by the docks? Because that might be neat. But also, if I'm doing this, then it doesn't necessarily make sense that this is a lumber drop-off. And I would probably have more than one siding here. But, you know what, whatever. I'm not going to go too crazy with this right now. I do think that I can get a lot more on this stretch here. Also, as an aside, if you haven't seen the movie Vault and you're a history buff and you like a good heist movie, check it out. It's not the greatest movie of all time, but it's a pretty good heist movie, and it's set in Rhode Island, and it's based on a true story, and it involves my good friends, the mob. Okay. Let's smooth this out. It's been a while since I've properly used the plateau tool. I think I'm going to put a wooden wharf along the way here. Oh, or a concrete one. I wish I had one that was better than that. Racecourse fence. Excuse me. Oh, the banana warehouse. Monkey bananas. Good old monkey bananas. Warehouse Foundation, Warehouse Generic Door, Warehouse Great Northern, Industrial, Large, Loading Docks. It's so big. Can I have something smaller? Like, damn. I mean, I guess there's no real point in a small warehouse, but, like, come on. It's all the furniture places. Warehouse 3. No. Holy moly. Does that go all the way through? Nope. Whoa! No, it does not. This doesn't really go over here, but I want something else to fill in this area. This is probably fine, although we already used this down the road at Mason Valley. It's not the end of the world if we use it again. So, let's flatten out the ground underneath this. I watched a fantastic video earlier today, which was an IGN video of developers react, and I know, react, blah, 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 but it was the original Halo developers watching a speed run of the original Halo. And it's been 20 years since that game came out. That's a lot of time for speedrunners to sit down and sort of refine their craft, figure out all the glitches and stuff. It's mind-blowing what people can do with a game given that much time. And it didn't just blow my mind, it seems to also have blown the minds of the folks they had there that were, you know, the original developers, including, I believe, Marty O'Donnell. And, yeah, outstanding. It was a really, really cool watch. Because, I mean, in some respects, it's the closest we're ever going to get to a developer commentary on the original Halo. And on top of it just being an awesome speed run, you know? It's a Roblox game with over... Holy cow. We hit, wasn't YouTube celebrating over like 1 million cumulative views on Minecraft videos? I thought that was pretty cool. Let's move this along here. Oh boy, I said I didn't think Cheesecake rose, and apparently it's rising. Should have said Google that. Because I can't be trusted with that information. I can't be trusted with knowing anything culinary. Yeah, I think so. 1 trillion views on across all Minecraft videos. I was wondering what the heck that noise was. It was Gloria opening and closing the stove. I was really worried for a minute. It sounded like, I don't know. I don't know what it sounded like, honestly. I just wasn't sure if the dog had gotten into something that he wasn't supposed to get into. There we go. With these, man, we can make some beautiful stuff. Some beautiful stuff. I don't know, it's just one of those things, you know, you see like posts here and there and you're like, what does this mean? But you don't ever really look into it, so you just end up piecing together whatever happened. I think it was that way when like, when we did like the airstrike on Syria a few years ago. On Syria. I'm not sure I ever sat down and like read a full article on that. I read bits and pieces of things across the internet over the span of like a week, and then I had an in-depth conversation with someone about it. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. This is making sense. This is lining up with all the stuff that I was reading. Apparently, anyway, I'm going to leak a Roblox game. Well, that's not good. glad you can't do that with this. Yeah, it's not great. I never, and I still don't, fully understand the scope of what Roblox is. Just, I remember when it became a thing and going, oh, okay, is that like Legos? And, you know, never following it from there. Hey, Stellar. Uh, so, I like the way this looks. Kinda wish I could throw in another lighthouse. Um, hey, Mopac. Boat yard, boat works. Oh, that's... Let's see if I can download some dock stuff. Manage content. DLS. Look up nice dock. That's not it. Loading dock. Well, that's sort of what I'm going for, but I want loading dock for boats. Brendam docks. Boatside dock. Nope. Adapted by Stagecoach for use with boats. Okay. Build a facility dock 1 DES. Oh wait, that's like a truck dock. There are a bunch of coal docks. Dock building. Okay, that's cool. Dock building. That's also neat, but too big for my purposes. Dock liquid, no accessories. Oh, that's again that kind of dock. Dock / ferry. That's a road sign. Dock with hoist. 600-foot long approach. Hold on, I'm gonna try this one. Docker. One who docks. Dock gate. Oh, that's cool actually. Let me download these. I need those for future. Docklands Light Railway. That's a route by the looks of it. Dock wall rock, dock wall sheet pile. Ooh, that's useful. Dock wall timber. Okay, I'm gonna download these. Docksider engine. Oh, that's good old Docksider engine. Floating dock. Fowley Docks Traverser. Oh! Oh, little transfer tables. That's adorable. Ooh, Freight House version 2, no loading dock. Download. Actually, I might download all of these. Download all the freight houses. Okay. They put them at the bottom. No, what the heck are you? Oh, that's a sign. Dock gate, dockside crane, dock windlass, dock crane. Oh, let's put this over here, I guess. Dock hand. Door big. Flying train incident. I don't know what that is, and I'm frightened by it. Oh, right. Let me just show search filter. Dock. I need the dock with loader or whatever it's called. Dray cart. Ooh, wood. Okay. SM boat dock. Okay, that might be useful in the future. In fact, it might be useful now if I was going for something slightly different. Schooner Russell. I'm put you here because that's cool. This is awesome looking. It's the 1950s, but, you know, schooner. Let's put you up against the dock there. And I know that's not quite deep enough, so I guess I'll move you over here. Although I really want him over here, so let's just fix the ground. Like, wasn't that my first thought? Turn down the radius, turn up the sensitivity, and let's flatten this. Come here, Doc. It's time for your daily flattening. And now we've dislodged some of it. Is there any reason why people just tend to use the white notation? I don't know. Probably because, so, let me refresh my memory on what UIC is.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it on text yet?
Yes.
We need more cream cheese.
Did you use all of it?
Yes. Because there's probably 3 cream cheeses, but I just need 1 box of cream cheese for the garlic parm chicken.
Okay. I'll go get more tomorrow.
Did you put them in the extra book or they
No, I did not. They're on my phone. Do you want me to unlock my phone so you can do that?
Yes, also have a bunch of ladies.
I'm aware.
You see your phone so I can use your addresses?
It keeps opening the camera when I try to open the phone.
Okay.
And now it's frozen. My phone has crashed. Oh, wait.
Did you put in the address it was there?
What do you mean?
Like,
I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet. There you go. It also has Megan's last name. Yeah, I think. Holy moly, Mopac. Yeah, I think not only is white sort of the system for steam engines, and it's easier to do with steam engines. You most often see steam engine classification done as, you know, class name instead of white arrangement. I mean, white on a diesel or electric engine just falls apart. That's what it is. White is the steam engine classification. I feel like if you are using UIC, it's providing you more information than you need to classify a steam engine. I don't I That's a weird thing to say, but I believe UIC is a more modern system. And yeah, I mean, it's just that's steam engines. All right, so we're gonna put the schooner here. God, that looks pretty. Okay. And also I found a tug. Oh right, I wanted the. There's all these freight houses that we just got. You know what, I'm going to keep that one there because it fits the space really well. But I just want to make myself aware that I have all these other freight houses now. I think the one I grabbed in particular was number 2. And it's a railway freight house. It says it on the side. Nope. Oh, it says it has Union Pacific on it. Well, hold on. Maybe I can do something with this. Not only not only is it, whatchamacallit, not only is it more obvious to see powered versus unpowered on a steam locomotive, they just go in a sensible order. And I don't mean that diesels are in a non-sensible order. I mean that it's very, very standard. It's always, almost always, aside from some very weird exceptions, uh, it's always unpowered, or group of unpowered, group of powered, group of unpowered. And there may be two groups of powered, there may be no unpowered at either end, but it's almost always like that. Whereas if you have something like an FL9, it's what? It's BA1A, which is really difficult to do with with the white notation. Basically, it breaks the white notation. How would you do a white notation uh, for a for a um, how would you do white notation for an FL9? It would be a mess. I mean, you can do it, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. All right, so we're gonna put this guy down. Okay, maybe I should have gone with the 600-meter long thing. Approach walkway, because this isn't in the water. It looks cool though, doesn't it? Alright, let me get the dock with hoist number 1. Or maybe number 2. Hold on. Oh my god, there are a lot of them. Download. Should appear right next to this one. There it is. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Where's the pupper? Hi, good boy. I mean, he's not. He's staring at me. He's not minding anything. He's being a little creepy. Are you being a good boy? I don't know. I don't know if he is. I need to find something to cover the Union Pacific sign. Okay. Let's see. Tower. He's whining. So I would like to find something made of brick that I can just blend into this building. Maybe a Russian water tower. I mean, it doesn't blend at all, so that's not it. I mean, I should have just looked up brick. That probably would have been better. What is with this ladder? This missing textured ladder? I wish I could hide this ladder. Now I'm trying to hide even more things. I'm trying to hide things on top of things. I'll just do that. What part of the map is this on? Oh, we're in Mason's Landing. I started working on stuff here in back of the bay, and I got a little carried away. I'm gonna put this guy in because this is a really cool looking thing. So I realized we didn't really have any real dock facilities here, and as I made it clear last time, the only things that can really go up the river are barges. So it makes sense that we would have some docks down here. So I'm glad I decided to repurpose this area. Nope, that doesn't look right. I need some of the ships that we were looking at over here. Yeah, like you. Tramp coaster. I might want to look up SGV and grab one of the nicer ones for this. Alright, yeah, download this. Another steam tug. Oh, and that's underwater. Oh, that's way too high. I've done the opposite now. I wish I could have just a small crane for use on this track here. Because we have a track here, but I'm never going to use it for anything. So, I guess I just get some rusty 1 track. Well, that's 1 rail. I didn't actually watch Tugs. I somehow missed the boat on that, no pun intended. I know of it now, and mostly from just memes and stuff that have come about in relatively recent years. I don't actually, you know, I say that. I don't remember watching it. I'll say that much. I do not remember watching it. But I don't know if I did. Because if I think about it, I have a Tugs ornament. I think it's Tugs. Or at least some sort of Tugs knockoff ornament on my Christmas tree that I've had for my whole life. Don't know where it came from. Don't know what it is, really. It's just a tugboat with a smiley face. So maybe I did watch Tugs, and I just don't remember it. Oh, this is 3-foot gauge? What the heck? Oh, God. Hold on. I don't know what to do here. I need 3-foot gauge, rails only, rusty track. Actually, well, it wouldn't really make sense that this would survive and nothing else would, but let me see if I can find one in the content manager. Oh. No. There you go. Come here.
Come here. Come here. I'll put you on the couch.
He doesn't want to come here to get picked up to get put on the couch. He's afraid I'm just going to scoop him up and hold him, which is accurate, but... Oh my god. I know, he whined. He's neglected. I hope people on my end do. As an aside, now there was no bacon line a couple weeks ago because I wasn't around to record it. Now, here's the deal. I checked on their, like, denied features list, and lo and behold, Signals is on there. First of all, cringe. Second of all, how dare you? How dare these people rob me of my signals? Rob me of my ability to dispatch. Only thing I do. I suggest nothing really. I don't know. I like the game still. You know, joke about a boycott, but I'm not going to boycott it at all. I want to play more. I want to play Railroads Online. I haven't in like a couple weeks now. I haven't since the last Bacon Line recording session, which those are always fun and they're never long enough. Okay. So, yeah, that's right. I filled all this in. And I do want to do some grass along the edge here of that. I need to grab some narrower grass lines, which I should have over here. Yeah, right here. These guys. You alright?
Yeah.
That was an intense hiccup. I forget, I need to put through the mountain line to be completed. I need to put some, like, dirt tracks and stuff in this field. And little bridges, probably. Well, actually, good news. The mountain line's done up to here now. I went and I finished up Elvira Valley Grain while you were gone, and yeah, basically everything is done up to this part right here, although this area needs some grass and stuff. I'll need to come back through here, but it's basically done. Let's just fill in this river. This has been bugging me for a while that it's not done. It's just one of those things. There we go. I want to make sure I don't go crazy. Oh, talking about Railroads Online, but that's also great. Oh, okay, yes, of course. I mean, if you've seen the most recent video, you know that we're very close. And don't worry, the video that's coming out next week is entitled The First Train Down. That's not a spoiler, because, well, it's not a spoiler. But I look forward to you all seeing that. It's another long episode because we had a recording session of about 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I couldn't bring myself to cut it into 3 pieces. Partially because we had planned to record again pretty soon after, and those plans fell through, so... We might have, Yes, my love. Thank you. We might have... That was perfect timing. We might have another fill-in video somewhere shortly after Christmas. And honestly, if I don't end up making another recording session in between now and then, It'll probably be some sort of community play date. It'll be right after Christmas. Um, yeah. But no promises on that. I will be bringing back community playdates or Wednesday specials after the holidays are done. So after New Year's, I'll probably be putting a poll up for what those, for what the next one is going to be or the first one is going to be. Um, I do need to decide whether I'm doing stuff on Wednesdays or Fridays. I do want to do Wednesday like specials and Friday community playdates. I don't know if I can do both. Maybe I should try to experiment. Uh, One of the things is it just takes up a lot of voting time. Like, if everything is perfect, we can do 7 polls in a week because a poll is 24 hours. And if I'm doing one a week, that's a pretty good chunk of our polling time, which is what I was doing back when while Locomotive Versus was on hiatus before. But if I'm doing 2 videos, if I'm doing a Wednesday special and a Friday community playdate, then, well, that's a little, that's 2, that's twice as much. Now, the thing I could do is I could bundle it and say, you know, either do a 2-in-1 where it's vote for your Wednesday special and vote for your community playdate, and also, see you, Stellar. And also, vote for your favorite one. Vote for your preferred Wednesday special and your preferred Friday community playdate at the same time, or alternately, just do like, okay, next 4 community playdates, vote on them now. But the difficulty with doing something like that, the first one is just confusing. The second one is I don't doubt that there will be many, many instances where people forget the community playdate. People already forget, like, what is coming when it's a Royale and it's a week away. But I feel like that could be worse. And community playdates sort of rely on engagement. I mean, probably less so than Royales. It can be tough with Royales. The thing with the upcoming Mr. Worldwide Royales is that you're going to get saddled with a country, and that's going to be fun. Okay. So we've got that in. We've got some grass along the shores. That's nice. Some water. Oh crap, I don't have any water. I'm starting to get a little parched out here. I'm gonna die. Oh, we need to fill in these gaps here that we made earlier. My love.
Yes.
Are we missing info for anyone now, or is that everyone?
That's everyone.
Sweet. Let's put these things in the mail. I realized I missed the grass texture, or the grass splines on the backside of this embankment here, which is an interesting goof. I really feel like stuff is snowballing at this point. I feel like we're getting ever closer to being done. Even though the holes that we're patching up, they aren't really super critical ones. Okay, so this is for the outlet of the river, so let's use this for everything inside, I guess. I'll put some little grass and stuff on this island, probably. and also this marshy area, which probably deserves to be not sand.
Yeah.
And Peggy. There we go.
So your guys' parts are all set.
Oh, there's some Z fighting over here, because this terrain was not done yet. Although the finished area is sort of leached over to the other side. Oh god, Mopac, do your homework.
These are the ones that are getting violence.
Okay, give me liberty or give me death.
We ordered 15 parts. No, some are going to friends and some are going to family.
There we go, fill that in.
But Ellis's mom was hand delivered today. Your guys are just being hand delivered tomorrow.
I'm going to fill in this area.
And then once you
I'm probably just going to fill this in with grass. Just like this. So, might as well figure this. Might as well just fill this in and call it a day. Except for that little embankment there.
Christmas cards are filled out.
It's better than last time. What was last time? Did you forget you had one and then it was due and then you just didn't get a grade on it? Because nothing like that's never happened to me. It has. That actually happened a lot with homework. I was always really bad with homework. I was not a very good student. Apparently I exude this like good student vibe because all my coworkers assumed that I must have been a great student. And man, no, not at all. I don't know how I got through college. College is hard enough if you do all the work. And meanwhile, I was just like making the Iron Horseman Chronicles and lollygagging. Let's do that night at 11:59. Oh man, haven't we all had one of those? I wonder what happened with Shelby's essay. That was a good Sam story from yesterday, I think. Even though I usually keep my eye on the... Oh, at least you got it. At least you got a day to do it. I usually keep my eye on the Iron Horseman Discord, which you can join in the description, and things like that, just about 24/7. I mean, when I'm asleep, but I'll wake up and I'll roll over and I'll check on it and be like, all right, anybody burned the place down? No, everything's fine. And the Minecraft server as well, same thing. I'm always just checking on it, just seeing, all right, who's been on? You know, has anyone reported anything stolen? Has anything weird happened? Who's gone in and out of Edengrad? Just compulsively, just checking. And that was really important back in the, first week of the server when we were getting bombarded. But she'll just panic as soon as assignments. Yeah, see, that's the way to do it, Radio. But that's not the way a lot of us stupid idiots do it. That's the smart way. Just do it right away. Do it as soon as you get it. Go home, work before play. Like, instead, I was like, no, let me write some scripts and, play some whatever I was playing at that point. Probably FTL or probably still Minecraft. It's always been Minecraft. Terraria. Haven't played that in a hot minute. Factorio. Somehow I made it through college having already owned Factorio, which that's impossible, I'm pretty sure. So I've done the impossible, I'll say that much. Honestly, I don't know the difference. I don't know the difference between a Shay and a Willamette. At least if you put them side, I know the Willamette is more mechanically advanced. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, cheesecake. Baby, can you please get me water?
No.
Don't bother bringing the cup back then. That is good cheesecake. It's got a hell of an aftertaste. It probably tastes a little bit different because of the low-fat cream cheese, because of the cream cheese shortage. Oh man, yeah. I had a long run of just not doing homework. Um, Thank you. When I got, oh my god, that sounds like college. Uh, Mopac, that's like, oh, I passed. I passed. Yes, I passed. Like, whatever. Nothing else matters. I didn't fail. Um, but seriously, the whole thing. I didn't do a lot of homework in college, and then eventually I got to like the smaller classes where the teachers actually get to care about you because there aren't 300 of you in the same room. And I had this, bless his heart, wonderful, uh, like traffic engineering professor or something that I wouldn't do the homework, and then he would like, you'd go to leave the classroom at the end of the day, and he'd be like, hey, come here.
I'm gonna fill that out tomorrow.
Okay, what is? Okay, yeah. Um, I mean, hey, also, geometry sucked. I did not enjoy geometry. Proofs kill me. Literally kill me. Uh, that was one of the most annoying classes for me in high school. What Bolton? Oh, okay. See, some of those things seem like no-brainer improvements. Uh, I'll come back to that in a second, though, because, yeah, I had this teacher, and he would just be like, hey, is everything all right? Do you need more time on the homework? And it would guilt me into doing the homework. Because he cared. Like, he genuinely cared about if I was doing it or not. And he wanted to know, like, if everything was okay with me and if there was a reason I wasn't doing it. And I didn't have the heart to tell him, like, no, it's because I'm a bad student and I'm lazy and I just didn't feel like doing the homework. So then I would be like, yeah, yeah, thank you for the extra time. And then I would sit down and do it. Uh, See, okay, and Shay's. So back to the Shay versus Willamette thing. Uh, Shay's typically had Stevenson, right? Some form of Stevenson, because you said the Willamettes had all wall shirts. And I think the weird arrangement of cylinders is interesting, and the welded boilers obviously no brainer. That's a good thing. The cylinders all being in the same direction, yeah, that's cool. Improved truck design doesn't matter to me. And cylinder placement, nah. I don't know. I mean, don't let it go to your head about the valedictorian bit. It's doing the work is 90% of being a valedictorian, in my opinion. Uh, Having known a couple, not that that's an accolade. I'm not about to name drop a high school valedictorian, but these were universally people who just sat down and buckled down. They might not have been geniuses, even though a lot of them were very gifted, but or, they were they were smart. They weren't blowing Einstein out of the water, but they did all the work, and that's what set them apart. They really tried to get that A, as opposed to scrubs like me settling for a B. But then it came to other aspects of my schooling, and I settled for a D, or I begged and pleaded for one. Uh, I mean, clearly they're an improvement. Willamettes are clearly an improvement. It just doesn't transfix me that much because I'm not really a geared locomotive person. It's one of those things. I'm not an XYZ person. I can't say I am any particular thing because I am a very jack of all trades individual in the railroading community. But like, yeah, I know they're pretty cool. I think something that I could say though is that one of the reasons that Shays and other geared locomotives appeal to me is because of the inherent sort of jankiness and the Willamettes being so refined, you know. It almost isn't that. It almost feels like, oh well, this isn't a logging locomotive. It's much too nice for that. Put it on like hump yard duty or something. Which, did anyone ever use geared locomotives for a hump yard? Because that seems like it would have been a thing. Also, Matt, did you ever figure out what FEC 148 was, if you're still here? That's something I wanted the answer on, and I had to walk away. Because there were cheesecake problems brewing in the other room. Yeah, no, that's a lot of gifted folks. I think not to not to try to shed light on anything or whatever, like awaken anything in somebody. Not that's not the word I'm looking for, but there's always been a sort of, to put it bluntly, there are a lot of autistic people in the railroading community, and I think it's a lot of, for the most part, it's very low grade stuff. It's the ADHD-esque hyper focus on stuff like that, and that's why we're all big into this stuff and why we care so much and get fussed with little details. And the reason I can do something like this and have like this project that I get stuck in, it's it is the way it is. And so I feel like a lot of us in this community end up being people like this. That doesn't make us special, but it's just an observation. And I don't want to sound like this jerk, like, oh, we're so special, we're so cool, we all have ADHD and Asperger's, aren't we the best? But no, seriously, we're a weird bunch, and some of that can be attributed to the fact that I think for the vast most part, we're all a little neurodivergent, I guess is the term you would use. It might have been a large 060. FEC 148, CNJ 148 versus CNJ 113. Locomotive versus. What was Reading 148? The 148 Royale. That's what we need. That's definitely what we need. I gotta do something really quick. Where's my, let's see. PRR Steam roster. All-time steam locomotive roster. Search by road number 148. Oh, that's a lot of 148s. Oh, okay, it's just these four. So, it was something built by Norris, something built by Altoona in the Dodd class, so that's really old, an H1, and then a D16B. So that's all the 148s that the PRR produced. This Norris thing, I wonder what the heck that was. It was a 440 built in 1849. It was named Wissahickton. What about this thing that was in the Dodd class? That was another 440 built in 1867. Interesting. So that's the history of mechanical aspects, rules, complicated history. Yeah, that's nice. But then I'm done with my 3 hours here, and I've got to go and clean up the kitchen or whatever. I mean, it's not that unhealthy. It's not any more unhealthy than just, sitting down and reading a book for a few hours. It's not inherently unhealthy as long as you moderate it, just like you would anything else. Having a chocolate bar isn't unhealthy. Having, 5 chocolate bars in a row on a daily basis is unhealthy. It's about moderation. You can do whatever as long as you do it to a reasonable degree. Yep. I mean, that's fine. You need to put it in the pops anywhere, right? The cheesecake is falling apart. I don't know how you make cheesecake pops, but that's what she's trying to do. I recently had a flashback to something that happened a couple of years ago, which is making a red velvet bundt cake, and then trying to get it out of the... No, sorry. Yeah, it was a bundt cake. And then trying to get it out of the bundt cake pan, flipping it over. It was not cooled down totally yet, and it just fell apart. Yeah, tell CGP Grey that, Mopac. It just fell apart. And so my brilliance, my culinary brilliance, which isn't a real thing, by the way, decided, ooh, you know what we should do? We should take it and put it in ramekins, which if you don't know what ramekins are, I can't really explain them. They're like little ceramic cups. But you should look them up if you want to know what I'm talking about. And so what we did was we basically broke the cake down into little chunks and then put it in ramekins. And Reading 148 is Camelback 440. Destroy it, please. And then just like mixed icing into it and served it like that, and it was great. It was fantastic. It was like, you know, it was like eating a cupcake, but in a much more literal sense. It was cake in a cup, and not like the Wally sort of cake in a cup. It was just like mashed up bits of cake and frosting all swirled together. It was fantastic. Okay. We filled this in. Now we just need to go this way. It's already 8:45. We're doing well. I am going to detour from this. ADHD is demanding that I detour from this to fix this. To do this area over here. And I need to immediately go back. Oh wait, I need to go over here actually. To this Donner texture. On Donner. On Blitzen. Absolutely like, oh, you know, I ate two things to be permanently screwed. Baking, though, it can be insane if you don't follow the recipe to the letter, but following a recipe to the letter is not all that hard, you know? Baking is easier than cooking, I think. Because cooking, it's like, oh, do this, salt to taste. Like, how much cheese do you want on it? You decide. Like, put on as much cheese as you think you need. And I'm sitting there like, I have no idea. I have no idea how much I need. I don't know how to coat this chicken parm because I've never done this before, and I don't know if, like, my intuition... I have no intuition. It's going to be way too much or it's going to be way too little. Hey, Brian. And I was asking, you know, the person who was trying and failing to help me cook for advice, and they're like, no, just use your intuition. And I'm like, that doesn't help. I have no intuition. I need a guide. I need to know what it's supposed to look like. So that went downhill very quickly. I ended up giving up and letting them finish the recipe. But, yeah, that's it. There's a lot of, not guesswork, but intuition that's sometimes required in cooking that is absolutely not required in baking. It is, you put 2.5 cups of this in, you mix it. You put, 2 tablespoons of this in, you mix it. And then you pop it in the oven and call it a day. It's not, it's not difficult. It's not, as long as you can read and follow instructions, it's not that hard. Now, you may be someone who likes to use their intuition a little bit too much and says, I get it. I think I'll just do this little adjustment. And, well, um, that if you're like that, that's not good. But I have slowly. What kind of Schrodinger BS is this feeling? Uh, oh crap! I forgot what I was saying. Hold on. I need to get the dirt and overlay it here because this slope, that side slope, does not. It's not the right color. I need to find a place with an embankment. So over. Oh, whoops! I went right past where I wanted to go. Yeah, detextura. Give a reskin suggested basic U.S. region and engine. Hold on. Let me pull open my documents really quick. Tolbrand. Assets and timetables. Let's see. Can I have a you know what? I don't know what's been. I don't know what's not been done yet. There's K3D Pacific, New York Central K3D Pacific, QID 72938 colon 100103 2. It's a K3-D 462 Pacific no 3389 in the DLS. You should do that. And for Gilson Eastern. That's my suggestion. I was just looking real quick at what I don't have. Okay, let's go use this texture. Don't take that seriously. You don't need to. Don't jump into random Tolbrand reskinning if you don't feel like it. And also, you know, confer with Matt. Oh, there's Matt. But really, I need to start compiling, like downloading and compiling the list of all of the stuff that has been completed and uploaded, because there's a lot more than I've got my hands on thus far. And there have been people that have like asked me to review stuff and I never got around to it. And I feel really bad about it because like it was 2020 and my life was falling apart just like everyone else's. So I didn't get to spare the time to look over these things. That's what he said. So let's grab this grass spline. Wrong one. Let's grab this grass spline. Yeah, I got really lazy over there. But that it'll be okay. I think I used the wrong thing, actually. But we've got to come through here and do more of this. This needs to be rock. But yeah, I mean, maybe I should be pushing for getting certain... God damn it, I wasn't paying attention. Maybe I should be pushing to get certain things done. So that I can seed the route with specifically Really? I missed again? There we go. Seed the route with specifically Tolbrand stuff. Because, let's, you know, being real, there wouldn't be any of this other stuff just floating around the route. The C&O or, you know, New York Central or whatever that I have put out already. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't belong here. Those aren't railroads here. So you know, it's a little bit weird that I'm just throwing that stuff down when I care so much about the lore and etc. But I don't have time to reskin it all, and I'm not going to start cracking a whip at Matt to like reskin all the things and upload them. Especially because some of the things can't be reskinned for whatever reason, for various reasons. But I know that Matt was working on a butter dish car not too long ago. That was cool. We don't have the lore assets yet. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you could get really into, really dig into, like, the previous railroads and stock that might have been around. Even though it is the 50s, you might see some older, like, maybe even Jefferson and Gilson stuff, even though that'd be really old. You might see, what was another former railroad? The Everett Lake Railroad, or the, uh, more accurately, the Everett Lake Mining Navigation Company. So you could see those things. Ooh, Camden and Amboy's monster. That's hilarious. Yeah. Sorry, I just caught up with the thing. Yeah, Camelback things. Oh, that is the wrong spline. Son of a gun. Okay, go back. Do I have it over here? Yes, I do. But yeah, I know there's a lot of, like, fun, half-done Tolbrin stuff, and I'm excited to use it all, and I should be using it all. Maybe I shouldn't be doing it in this version of Trainz, as, you know, we're kind of on the verge of moving. I've said that before. But that's also the other reason why I'm just racing to get this done, because if I can get a quote-unquote completed version of this section up and out on the DLS, then I can move to 2022 with a clear conscience whenever I feel like it. Whenever I feel like it's ready, you know? There we go. Okay. I wish I knew coding and modeling, particularly coding and stuff. I know that, you know, going back to Signals and Railroads Online, I would love to start digging into that to see if I could build out an interlocking system for that game, whether as a mod or what. Because the thing that really would tickle my fancy is that if you have to lay all the interlocking stuff yourself. So you have to lay all the pipes and mechanisms and stuff manually and then bring them back into a tower, and then you have to set up the interlocking stuff manually, like the lockouts. Like you can't move this when this is in this position. Sort of mechanical logic. That's what I would love out of that game, and that's probably the only game in the foreseeable future that would have anything like that, where you can actually stand in a tower and throw switches. So, you know, as someone who is just absolutely tickled pink all the time um, by the thought of proper interlocking towers and stuff like that, just in real life, I just find them super cool. Uh, Having that in a game like that would be a dream come true for me. I mean, all I would do is dispatch. but that's all I've ever wanted to do, as you guys know. Okay. Here, Verizon line already runs on track warrants. Yeah, well, that's yes, but that's my point. It does run on track warrants, and they're pretty adamant about, like, no, there were no signals. We didn't have signals. And there are recorded instances of 3-foot gauge railroads in the U.S. having signals on top of just the train order boards on top of stations, but like actual proper signals. And yeah, I want remote cable operated switch, managed to make a whole system. Uh, yeah, no, that is what I want. That is the thing that I think would be super cool that you could set up, because currently, and I know that it's not. Will this route be finished by 2022? No. Uh, probably not. This section, maybe, but let's see. We've got what, 2 weeks left, so I wouldn't put money on it. Oh, whoops. I wanted to grab the switch stand here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's good. That's weird. 2030, huh? I'm not gonna take a bet on that, but you know, getting there, sort of, not really. Okay, so we've done all that stuff. Now it is actually done up to here. We need to do the grass along this section. That's what should be next. And then we need to do grass and trees in here. I know, the people want signals. But according to the devs, they're cringe. So, can't happen. And I will be revisiting this in a future TED Talk. So, just keep an eye out when I think they had to change up the denied options thing after I started posting about the Boston, Revere Beach, and Lynn signals. Just in time for 5550, yeah. Today is the 1000th episode of Under Construction, or sorry, what would it be at that point? 8 years. I mean, if I did this for 10 years, and it's 50 episodes a year, give or take, so that's episode 500 of Under Construction. For episode 500, and the commemoration of the T1 Trust finishing their locomotive, I'll be running a T1 from one end to the other on the route. There we go. I'm trying to remember to put stuff in playlists so that we actually know how many episodes are in a series like this. Ball signals would be awesome, actually. Even just manual ball signals, just to leave a note for someone, you know? Just to have it like, okay, I've set the switches, you're clear through, and you just leave the ball in position. The issue is not seeing the switch stand position until you're right on top of it. And I know that, you know, that's normal, that makes sense. But when you're not necessarily in great communication with the other people that are running around throwing switches, it would be really nice to have more ways of doing that, especially on a big session. But, you know, because there's no text chat or anything in the game right now, and I know we're going to get that at some point, but since we don't have that, it's kind of important to be able to communicate things in other ways. I'm not saying they should be prioritizing signals over text chat, but, you know, where are all my DMs coming from? Oh, I see. I now have yes, Kabis. Let's see, what's this? What's going on over here? Okay. Oh, the chocolate. The O and W. That would be the, yeah, New York, Ontario, and Western. Okay. I was doing a project in Middletown, and I got very well acquainted with the old NYO&W depot, which is a cool building. And it's not just a depot, I should clarify. It was their full-on corporate offices. Very, very cool looking place. Unfortunately, it's succumbed to a handful of fires over the years, etc. And it's in very rough shape. I don't even think it's... I don't want to say never, but it's in the kind of shape where I wouldn't be surprised if it just ends up getting demolished and nobody ever does anything with it down the road. It's pretty bad, guys. You can look it up. It's in Middletown, New York, which is an otherwise neat little city. It's one of those places that doesn't really have a lot going on anymore, but you know, you do what you can do in a place like that. All right, let's see. Did I give up? I gave up with the bushes at some point. I gave up right here. This side needs to happen. There we go. I don't know why I'm so nervous about going over when I'm doing this, because I shouldn't be. I'm just gonna color it in later. I'm gonna draw over it. So I should be erring on the side of more fill and not less. Nice to see them rebalance the border and maybe add a... Well, if you haven't seen the plan, you should look at that. Their Discord is actually a pretty good place for game info. Just like info about the game, etc. Including their giant perspective locomotive tech tree, which is gargantuan. It's got almost 100 entries. So, yeah. And doing upgrades, rebuilds on stuff seems to be in, like, the prospective possible future, because there are locomotives on the tree that are rebuilt, like direct rebuilds of other locomotives on the tree. So, it seems to be on their mind, at least a little bit. It seems like the kind of thing Tyler would care about. There we go. I was thinking that I probably need to put some baby trees do over here. Do. There we go. I'm going to need to fill all this in with texture. Oh wow, those trees really came together to provide like a little archway. I probably am going to leave that there because it looks cool. Back to copy pasting. Just grab a chunk in the middle of this forest. Not too big, maybe like this big. Would you rather have infinite bacon but no games, or have infinite games but no games? I think I get what you're going for, and honestly, I would pick the games over the bacon. I love bacon, like I really love bacon, but I couldn't give up my primary hobby for bacon. Like, if it was like never play a video game again or become a vegetarian, I would pick become a vegetarian. Like, there are plenty of good options out there for people who like the taste of meat, but you know, I'm talking about hypotheticals. But there's not like I'm not. I don't know what I would do if I couldn't play video games. Any on Vulcan compounds? I think they're really cool. And Tyler likes to gush about them, so I assume they're good in some respect. If he was here, I'm sure he would give you the pros. But I mean, infinite games, but no games. Infinite games but no games. I don't know what you're saying there. Would you rather infinite bacon but no games, or have infinite games but no games? So either way I get no games? I'm confused. If I'm not getting games either way, I'm going to take the bacon. But this seems like a flawed premise. I'm confused. Alright. You have infinite games. But you have no games. Yep. Definitely makes more sense now that you've said it a third time. I'm going to need to fill this in. You know, all I am is confused. That's the title of my autobiography, by the way. Well, joke's on you. I don't have money to spend on either. Because I bought a wood stove. Just kidding, I get your point. Oh yeah, I put that down because I thought it was cool. You know what would be interesting? I'm using the dwarf boards here, but it might be interesting if I use semaphores instead. Well, actually, that doesn't make any sense because this tower's boarded up. But if I had an active tower here, then I would use semaphores. I feel like I should have a couple of branch lines where I still do that. And I'm also realizing I don't have a tower here, which would be a smart place for one. I don't need sleep, I need answers. What if I... Nope. Stupid. A rusted, overgrown extra line next to the main two tracks to get out of semaphore. Well, I'm definitely not going to add more stuff there, but let me pull open my map really quick. And let me, come with me on this journey, actually. Where's my screen? There's my screen. Woo. So, let's go into pictures, let's go into maps, which is here, Tolbrin, which is here, Tolbrin superimposed. Oh, you know what, let's sort by date. Yeah, this one has more work done on it than this one, which was just exported as a PNG. So where can we have semaphores? Actually, the entirety of the Mansfield Branch Railroad can have semaphores. This line can definitely have semaphores. If I'm waiting to get to something with semaphores, this is it. This is the next thing I'm going to be building with semaphores, because I'm going to build this next, and then I'm going to build this and this. So Basically, piece 1 is this, piece 2 is this whole thing, which this is definitely going to take longer. This can probably be done alongside this. Basically, things just scale up. Things are only going to get bigger. Hopefully, we have 3 hours per week instead of 2 that we used to. Oops, wrong thing. Let's do Trainz 2019. So, no games. I don't think there's sense to be made of this. Just abandon all hope, ye who enter here. I really want to know what the hell's going on in my chat. But, anyway. So we're going to have to take a break from this because I'm getting tired of it. Which is the best reason to take a break from something. And work on industries instead. So, yeah. Let's do that. Spreadsheet time. I should have just saved this where it was. Spreadsheet time. Where's my spreadsheets? Here's my spreadsheet. Industries and balance. Industries. We know how this works. I'm not doing that yet. Oh boy. Are we going to spend an hour doing the brewery? Because that sounds like something that we would do. Get rid of this for now. Is there anything else in Mason's Landing I can do? Oh, this. United Farmers Co-op. This still needs to be done. Let me grab you. Come on. Oh, object doesn't allow rolling. Yeah, obviously. Come on, straighten it out. Just give me something parallel. Almost. Is that close enough? Come on. 0.4. 0.4. Close enough. I'm not sure it's going to get better than that. There. And there. Why does it keep doing that? That is a weird happening. Go over there. Okay, so we need to name this, which is going to be obviously ML Farmers Co-op. That seems right. Let me just check the name against other things. Should put like cars and driveways and stuff over here. This area is a little plain. But anyway, I'm not going to do it. Oh, we're missing something right here. This should be a gravel lot, huh? Like so. I can't pull myself away from doing scenery. I just came here to not do scenery, and here I am doing more scenery. Okay, so are we going to set this one up, or are we going to work on Backside Bay Brewery? Because this is probably the most complicated industry thus far. It's already set up. It already has all the commodities in. And I remember... Yeah, all these queues are here. The beer pallets here. The process is here. Why does it consume... Oh, wait a minute. This is all set up. This works perfectly. This is already made to standard. Exactly made to standard. We don't have to worry about this at all. Look at all these industry links sitting here. This was done, 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 done. Like, what else could we need? Nothing. That's what. Alright, so let's mark that all off. I really thought I was going to spend a long time on this. Bayside Brewery. Done. Reset. Mark as complete. Let's see. Bayside Brewery. Oh, you know what? No, sorry. One more thing that's messed up here. The commodities are fine. The names in the document are not fine. And the names on the thing are also not fine. Whoops. So you. Whoops. Oh, we're going to be doing this again. I'm going to have to reset this. This is going to be impossible. Okay, cool. Love it. Oh, never mind. ML Bayside Brewery lumber drop off. MV Bayside Brewery hopper. Or sorry, let's see. What is this? Barley and hops. Barley and hops drop off. Random spur track. ML. I wrote MV on the last one, didn't I? Bayside Brewery. Beer pickup. Yep. This is Mason's Landing, not Mason Valley. That one I think I did right. Yep. MV, ML, Bayside Brewery, Kiln. Oh, sorry. Quartz sand drop off. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 things done. We need to put them all in properly over here. Which is ML Bayside Brewery beer pickup. And now I can mark that as normal. Bayside Brewery barley and hops drop off. Did I do an ampersand? I don't even remember now. I did it 2 minutes ago and I've already forgot. Nope. Barley and A&D hops. It's got to be perfect. ML Bayside Brewery quartz sand drop off. And then finally, ML Side Brewery lumber drop off. I need to set all the industry links. What do the devs take to think of that? Yeah. Infinite games, but no games. Garfield Super. Were you shaking SH? Dude. Alright, ML Bayside Brewery barley and hops. 2 ml Bayside Brewery beer. All these are going to end at the beer. There we go. Oh, that's not specific enough. Beer. That is specific enough. I like beer. I don't. Quartz sand drop off. Beer. Alright. I think this works. Yeah, it was a nice moment where I couldn't see the chat. I'm going to put some cars over here. There we go. I don't know what you guys expect. Alright, let's do the farmers co-op, I guess. Although, I don't know what we're gonna have this producing. It's got to be something. What commodities do we have to play with? So that's all done. That can't be done yet. We need to do all the olive stuff, Butler Industrial Park, and all that. The manufacturing company still needs to be worked on. Screw it. I don't want to scratch my head on anything right now. Let's just go to Let's go to olive. Look how green this is now. Oh, this is so exciting. This is actually fantastic. I'm really happy with what we've been doing. All right, and here we are, back in olive. Good old olive. Okay, so let's do Marzipan Bulbs. So this is going to be OL Marzipan Bulbs. Oh wait, was I need to remove this. So this is a consumer industry. You know, I'm thinking, right? If I had like empty bottles or something, then I would love to do I wish I had that as a commodity, because what I would do is I would have quartz sand come here, get turned into bottles, and then this gets sent to the brewing place. So, but this is, you know, from another time, basically. Okay. You know, that's something we didn't do right. Hold on. That's something we didn't check. We didn't check to make sure everything was in items. And that's kind of a big problem, because they do... Is it, really? Oh my god, I was a genius back then. I can't believe I figured out how to make stuff work at that point. I can't even... Like, that was a revelation for me when I just figured it out, like, you know, a couple episodes ago. And apparently I was doing it when I was building that, which is forever ago. Okay. Items. Queues. 60,000. Tracks. Unload from vehicle. Processes. What's our favorite number? 21,600. Consume 15,000. Alright, and this one's done. Industries. Marzipan Bulbs. Quartz Sand. Yep, and that's done right. That one's going to be a difficult one. Actually, no, wait, that's different. Olive coal trestle. Let's go over there and check that one out. This is something I would like to have done. This stuff. Coal trestle. Consumes every 30 seconds, rate 120. Starting amount 46, 160. Okay. So every 30 seconds, you say? Every 30 seconds, 120. $345, 600. What is that in carloads, might you ask? I don't know. It's a good question. Let's see. 345, 600. Yeah, that's how much. For coal. $69, nice. $294. Get done with this. $294. Equals this times this. I would like it to be an even number. So oops. So if I bring 5, 346, 7. Wow, that's really close. That actually is remarkably close. 346, 470. So it's just shy of 5 carloads. You know, I'm going to call that close enough. That's 5 carloads. I'm okay with that. That's a lot of coal for one day. But actually, you know what? Can I split? No, I can't split that in half because, wait a minute, 120. It's 120 going to 5. I should. Yeah, it ends with a 0. Of course it does. 24. Okay, just checking. So if I put in 100. Wait, what is a? Okay, 24. So 96 should make about 4 carloads. Yeah. What if I just punch in 24? 24. 1. Let's make it 2 carloads. So that would be 48. 138. 558. Yeah, okay. Let's make it 48. Assume 48. Start amount, I mean, half of what we need, so 69,294. I don't know what the maximum is on this thing, so okay, so it's 100K. Okay, that's close enough. 69,294. Now we'll need to fix that in here, which it's going to say this now. Copy this. We're going to have to paste the value. Paste special, paste value. 138, 240. That's about 2 carloads. Yeah. Where did I get this number? Whatever. OL. Olive coal trestle. Although Do we have another name for this place? Mid-Sussex Water Company. No. No, we don't. OL Olive Coal Company. We'll do that. We can mark that one off. Olive Industrial Supply Warehouse, Olive Coaling Tower. This is one that I need to mark specially. Because produces and consumes one every 15 seconds. It doesn't really make sense. We'll leave it like this for now. We may need to change the way it's done. Actually, let's just set 48. Oh, it's 15 seconds. Or 12, honestly. I'll just do 12 for now. Because that's half. I'll put in a nice round number for the simple sake of it. And we don't know how much this is going to consume. Now, this has a maximum consumption of half of this. So, 69,120. Nice. Face values only. Right now it consumes nothing. Olive Cooling Tower. Do I have a thing for facilities? I mean, I guess this counts as an industry. So OL. Let me look at my standards just to make sure I don't have anything for this. Industry track, station track, track marks, triggers. Signals / facilities. I keep clicking over to myself. It's not on purpose. Oh, Google it. It's a Reddit thing. Of course it is. OL GRR Cooling Tower. Okay. Let's just GRR. So that's that for the moment. Olive Industrial Supply Warehouse. Where are you? Where are you? Is that you? No, this is Slurm. This is the plastic pellet place. Let's have like a... No. This industry makes no sense. Most of these don't make any sense. In fact, I should probably retool what all the industries here are, so that they do make sense. I don't know how plastics are made, I just know you can't make them in a tiny building like this. So, now would be the time to fix this. But I believe this is Olive Industrial Supply Company. This one doesn't need to be changed. Yep. Items. And if we wanted to do 78 units as a half full state. Oh crap, hold on. I'm just realizing I'm not doing the way bills on these. So let's fix you. Way bill 50%. The last two I did don't matter because they're not multiple industries. That's why I wasn't distracted with that. Way bill 50%, general goods 78 units. General goods in crate 78 units. Okay, so it's close to 80 because a carload is 40. So it's supposed to be 2 carloads, which makes sense. 80 items, 80 units, way bill 50%. Tracks, unload from vehicle, processes, 2160 for a quarter of it. Well, let's just screw it, do it like that. Okay, that one is done, except for the name. OL, Olive Industrial Supply Warehouse. You're good. The lumber mill, not going to happen. The plastic, I got to change. Slurm just makes cans. It takes in metal and makes cans. Or makes general goods, I guess. But yeah, it takes in these steel coil loads. So that's another one I'm going to have to fix. These two industries need to get redone. This one also needs to get redone. These two obviously need to get redone. So let's do something that isn't that. Since I only have 20 minutes left. Let's see. Olive Scrapyard. That's a lot. Way bill 50%. We just needed to export 1 items, 1 units. We only needed to put out 1 carload, because otherwise I don't know what I'm going to do with them. We could double the throughput of the other thing if we end up needing more scrap somewhere. But this is just going to be one thing, and it's on the other side. Olive Scrapyard. 84,995. I think that's just one thing for the scrap metal crane. Scrap metal crane. 84,752. So that's what it needs to be. 84752. And 84752 times 4. We've done this one a million times, but I don't remember it. 84752. 169,504. You guys are losing it. So I need to figure out how to make this happen. Load into vehicle, processes. Okay. Carloads desired, units per carload. 84,752. Time for production. Let's try it. 21,600. Okay, it works. 84,752. 21,600. And then 21 to 1188. Yes, my love. Yes, my love. To 1188. So that produces 1 carload. I'm gonna need to set it properly. So OL, Olive Scrapyard. Products. Waybill. That's what I wanted. I just wanted to check the waybill. Okay. So that's another one done. Another one done. And another one done. Reset. So, yeah. These all are going to need to get redone. Olive branch. Oh, let's do the sheep. Let's get the sheep out of the way. Stockyard sheep race. Oh, did I just put all different kinds of sheep in here? Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Sheep, 5 tons. 5 tons of sheep. Is that done up accurately? Alright, hold on. Units, or items. Items of sheep. We need the size of the queue to be 80. We need the waybill to be 50%. We need the sheep present to be 40 items of sheep. We need it to load in a vehicle. We need it to produce 10 items of sheep every quarter day, which it already does. And now we're done. That one's all set. Okay. So, I keep doing that. Now, now listen up. Here's a story about a little guy. He lives in a blue world. And he has to deal with these stupid, crazy industries. It produces every 34 seconds. Consumes every 34 seconds. But it has to consume a log in order to make this stuff. So, here's the thing. I'm going to have it consume 1 every 30 seconds, which is still ridiculous. And I had this set up once already. The lumber mill. Yeah, this was the lumber mill. Right. The maximum. Alright, what the heck? Yeah, 2541 point change. So 2541, it consumed that. It can consume that at maximum. So we're gonna leave that. And this is just also the number of productions, right? So how did you know that? Oh, because this one, yeah. And it's going to produce... Oh, gosh darn it. I wanted to copy the formatting. It's going to produce that much 7 million wood chips at maximum. I don't remember how I determined 3,000 wood chips per log, but whatever. Here we are. Oh, it's M11. It's tied to M11? Oh, because that's producing lumber. Yeah. I like how it knew that as well. How perceptive. Because this sees... Yeah. So, it's consuming logs. It can consume... It can consume this many in a day. It can consume a little more, actually. But if I have it consume 160... Let's say I switch to 80. So those things change automatically. Because these are all tied together. They're part of the same industry. So... that's part of the issue. Just that these can produce an absolutely absurd number of things. This as well, 2880, though that's accurate, so I don't need to change that. Right now I'm asking to produce 80, but it can produce a lot more. Yeah, so these are a huge problem. The next problem thing that we need to start looking at, actually, we can do the simple ones here, but there's this, the mill, and this was for a long time the thing I was the most proud of. I don't know if it's going to work still with the things I had set up. Let me just double check, because processes, this consumes logs. That's all it does. Really, that's all it does. But I thought I had set up some industry links here. I'm going to move this into the water. Yeah, there they are. So it moves wood chips. It moves lumber. This one should move logs. Yes. But this consumes the logs, which is not right. Why am I bringing logs here? Processes. Oh, it consumes coal and logs. How many logs can this fit? It can fit 50. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember what I was doing here. I know the goal was that this would produce lumber and wood chips at a set rate, and if you fed it more logs, it would produce more. Wait a minute. No. Yeah, no, this consumes. It still consumes. I don't get it. This should have been set, I think, to produce logs, and also to... yeah. Okay. Here's what I was trying to do, and I'm going to have to step out early because I really have to use the bathroom again. I don't know. My body hates me. This is what I was trying to do, and I messed it up. I was trying to make it so that this produced logs at a constant rate. They got fed into the main machine, which consumed coal and produced logs and, lumber and wood chips. If you fed it more logs, it would produce faster. Which I can still set up to make happen, but I'm going to need to do it right this time. So this is going to be our priority starting off next time, and I will see you then. Oh, excuse me. This is the Admiral. Breaking my computer. Excuse me.